This is Audible.
Audible Originals presents Kill Your Boss, written by Jack Heath, performed by Jessica Bell, Faisal Butsy, Rowan Nickel, Annie Maynard, Natalie Morris, Sean Martindale, and Fraser Morrison. This project is a work of fiction. Names, characters, companies and events are either the product of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, companies or events, is entirely coincidental. For my old bosses, Andrew and Steve. Evidence item 39348. Printed email. Recovered by Detective Sergeant Kiara Louie. If you're reading this, I must have correctly guessed your work address. Maybe I'm not as stupid as he says. It was good to see you at the barbecue. You were right, it's been forever. Getting older is funny, isn't it? You start to miss the person you used to be, and when you run into someone who knew that person, you get a little flash of excitement. Even if, let's be honest, you didn't actually get along way back when. You met my boyfriend. He's charming, right? He looks good for his age, and he's an old-school romantic. He used to surprise me at work with giant bunches of flowers. Other women were always telling me how good we looked together. They'd talk about his loving blue eyes, or about the way he'd put his big, strong arms around me and rest that Superman chin of his on my head. Did you notice how their descriptions of us together are actually just descriptions of him? I didn't. At first it was kind of sexy, how protective he was. My knight in shining armour, ready to slay any dragon who came my way. He didn't like it when other men talked to me. But soon, he didn't like it when I talked to them. It's a subtle difference. So subtle that he says I'm imagining it. After we moved in together, he insisted on driving me to work each day. Then he convinced me to sell my car, since I wasn't using it. He deadlocks all our doors at night, and he says I don't need my own key, since we're always together. We have a shared bank account, but it's not really shared, since only he knows the PIN. I'm ashamed to tell you all this, because what he was doing sounds so obvious when it's summarized like that. But it felt different at the time. There were so many nice moments in between the red flags. Now it's too late. I have no friends left. My family are thousands of kilometers away. I can't go to the police because they're his mates. He put a tracking app in my phone in case I get kidnapped, supposedly, and I can't ask him how to disable it because if he realizes I want to leave, I don't know what he'll do. I borrowed a colleague's laptop for a quick Google and found an organisation called the Lighthouse Project who help out with situations like mine. I can't get to them. They're in Sydney, but they have some resources on their website. One of the PDFs said that I should go somewhere safe. A friend's house or a library? Obviously, I thought of you. Can you help me?
Prologue. Neville Adams reaches into the pocket of his freshly dry-cleaned suit and produces a carton of cigarettes, unaware that he's being watched. He tears off the plastic wrap, scrunches it into a ball and tosses it off the rooftop. On the concrete beside his polished leather brogues there's a mound of filters from yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. The ones near the bottom of the pile are turning to mush. Despite his immaculate clothes, he leaves filth behind him wherever he goes. A man accustomed to being cleaned up after, like a fish, showing off his shiny scales even as he trails shit across the tank. The rooftop is scattered with puddles from last night's rain, but now the skies are cheery.